Welcome to section 2. Let's begin with the first lesson, which is what is the definition of negotiation, a little bit about human cognition. So first of all, in my philosophical days, I picked up the habit of trying to declare a concept before I argue for it. So defining negotiation. Negotiation is an exchange between two or more parties aimed at creating agreement, with all parties having the right to refuse the propositions presented. The first part seems obvious, an exchange between two or more parties aimed at creating agreement. In a negotiation, there's two different sides. They each have what the other wants. So agreement is inherent in the negotiation. The only time disagreement happens is when one or both parties get below their minimum plausible position, their MPP, and this is a concept that I'll unpack a little bit later on in the course. The second part is with all parties having the equal right to reject the propositions presented. Now, what does that make you think about? Well, for me, it's that classic saying, take it or leave it. The problem with take it or leave it is that it removes the opportunity for your opponent to refuse the propositions that you're going to present to them. And I'm going to use that term opponent to refer to the person you're negotiating with for the rest of the course. And please don't think that I mean something antagonistic by this. By opponent, I simply mean the person on the other side. This is a person who, by the way, is going to help you get fantastic opportunities. So be sure to always treat them with respect and never as an enemy. This is someone that you want to work with towards a mutually agreeable end. When you take away your opponent's right to refuse the propositions that you're going to be presenting to them, you place unnecessary strain on the negotiation to end it prematurely before a mutual agreeable end has been reached. This doesn't mean that you should never use take it or leave it. It just means that we strive first to give the opponent an opportunity to feel as though they've won. So the second part of our definition states that all parties involved have an equal right to refuse propositions presented. This is a feature of every negotiation, and because it's going on all the time, it's a principle of negotiation. Take it or leave it violates this principle because you're removing the right to refuse the propositions presented. It turns a negotiation into a dictation. Trying to force your will on the opponent is trying to manage the unmanageable. Nobody likes to feel like they've been sold, and everybody likes to win. Negotiation is not about what you can get from the other guy, but what you can give them that doesn't take away from what you really want. People will only do business with those they know, like, and trust. By acting as an equal in the negotiation, they feel like they know you. By giving them the right to exit, they feel like they can trust you. And by giving them what they want, you better believe they're going to like you. Great negotiators are like great leaders. Great leaders are great because of their ability to create agreements. They're able to unite entire nations of people towards a common vision. They don't do this by being logical, by being smart, or by being forceful. They win people to their cause by engaging with them on an emotional level. The ability to engage with people on an emotional level and lead them with your vision is something that we're going to reveal throughout the rest of this program.